Good morning, good morning, good morning, peas. It's Friday. Come on in. Let's share some yays together today. So come on in. I'm going to grab my phone and let everybody know I'm online so that you can start finding it. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Come on in and fill your cup up with some love. Good morning, Susan Flo. I see you there on YouTube. Thank you for coming in. Happy Friday to you. So on Fridays, we share out our yays. So whatever yours is, bring it in here, share it with us. It was not what I wanted to do. I'm just trying to share it out a little bit. We're now streaming on Enlightened World Network. Good morning, Leo. Good morning, Miss Brandy. So I'm just sharing it into some groups so they can find it easily. Okay, and I'm going to share it to our Auntie Jean this morning. I know she's in the hospital, so maybe they awakened her and she has her phone on her. Let's hope that's the case. Okay, so now let's get our act together here. Or I should say, get my act together so I can be here with all of you. And I've shared it out. Let's see if we can get more peas, more of our Auntie Jean, we hope, in here, and all of us lifting her up in prayer, giving her some sweet love this morning. Thank you, Brandy, for sharing it out. Okay, well, let's go into our hearts. Hand on your heart center and slow down your breathing. Let's breathe in love and breathe that love out into the world. Breathe in peace and spread that peace like honey. Send it out far and wide. And then we say our affirmations. Miracles happen to me every day. Opportunities are showing up everywhere. I am enough. I am worthy. I am a spark of the divine. I deserve every good and wonderful thing that comes my way. I am healthy. I am happy. I am full of joy and wonder. And I love myself, right, Brandy? I know you always add that into yours, so let's add it into ours as well. Giving yourself that love, that attention, that sweetness, giving that to you first, just ensures that you have more of that to send out into the world. And that was day 158. Thank you, Deirdre. Doing our affirmations together as a group. I love that. Good morning, Charlie. Deirdre, you were on the other page. You're with all of us now, girlfriend. We're wrapping our arms around you, giving you big heart hugs. And let's all send a big heart hug out to our Auntie Jean this morning, letting her feel it so fully as she's laying there in that hospital bed. Good morning, Jill Mershon, Annie 7, Catherine Kovacs, Oh, I love you guys. Thank you for being here this Friday morning. Friday. So on Yay Day, we share out our yays. My yay is having all of you come in here, and Josie and Arg. She's bringing in the Ricky energy. Good morning, sweet Josie. Oh, what a great day to have a great day, isn't it? I think it's an amazing day. I woke up this morning. Actually, the dog woke me up this morning and said, "You've overslept. It's time to get up." You know, when you're on a farm and you got animals to take care of, you have to get up. That's the one thing about it. You can't oversleep because they're not going to let you. So I got up. We had to bring the horses into the barn last night because there was a terrible thunderstorm and flash flood warning and all kinds of stuff going on here in this part of Virginia. So the horses were already in the barn. I didn't have to corral them in to feed them, but they got their food and they snorted and let me know I was a little bit late getting it to them. And I said, "Sorry, the rain made me oversleep. I'm going to blame it on the rain." But I got to go out and see Comanche, Chi-Chi, and of course, Chuckles. I get a laugh from that horse every day. I swear he is full of so much prank energy, laughter. You just feel it oozing from him. And I just love being in his energy. He's such a sweet horse too. You know, he's not mean. He's not grumpy. Even when I'm a little late getting out there with the food for him, he wasn't grumpy at me. He just snorted to let me know it's about time you got in here. So he got his food and he got to go out in the field because it's beautiful out there now. That thunderstorm that came in was a real surprise last night. All right, so Kathy, oh, thank you and Bob both for wrapping Auntie Jean in your arms. And good morning, Sally and Tony. Glad that you're here. And who else came in? Hope Wellington Marshall. Oh, I know. Hope, I spoke with her on the phone yesterday. Um, we hadn't chatted in a while, so we did a little catch up of what was going on with both of us. And she told me she was feeling a little weak and that she'd had some blood work done, and the doctor had called and wanted her to come in. Well, her sister-in-law, Meg, called me and said that when she went in to the doctor, her potassium was low, so they put her in the hospital to see if they can get that raised and get her back to her energetic self. So let's really keep our arms around her and keep her lifted in prayer that she can get back to our beautiful, bright, brilliant Auntie Jean that just loves life. And she does. She told me she's really loving life right now. So she's just missing everybody. So she wanted to pass that message along that she was missing the peas, missing the morning show. And I told her, like I tell everybody, take care of yourself first. You have to take care of yourself first and put that oxygen mask on your own self before you can help anybody else. So keep lifting her up, keep loving on our Auntie Jean. And let me see. Good morning, Kathleen Caputo. And let's see what the angel message was. A peace that cannot be shaken. Isn't that a beautiful kind of peace? Good morning, Blue Jean. Yes, our sweet little Auntie Jean spent the night in the hospital. I don't know if she's going home today or not. I'll try to get some information on that. Meg said she would keep me in the loop and keep me updated. All right. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. That's a quote from A Course in Miracles. How beautiful is that peace that passes all understanding. It's not a fleeting moment or a temporary relief. It's a deep, steady knowing that no matter what storms come, the truth remains untouched. Today, I found myself sitting in awe of nature. I'm not easily impressed these days, not because life isn't amazing, but because I've learned to recognize that the truly remarkable moments are the quiet, unassuming ones. A brilliant swallowtail butterfly landed on a bright bloom right in front of me, and suddenly my heart was singing. I thought of the words from the old hymn, All Creatures Great and Small. That moment, that tiny life splitting in the sunlight, reminded me that God's creation is a living prayer. Here on the ranch, I have my own microcosm of this miracle. A tiny, fragile rescued cat is curled up in my care. That's Katie, slowly regaining strength under my watchful eye. In the pasture, a horse with a mischievous glint in his eye provides daily laughter, as if to remind me not to take life too seriously. Every being here has its own story, and yet we are all held in the same divine peace. In these simple encounters, I remember the peace of God is not somewhere out there, it is here, now, in the small miracles that unfold before us, unchanging, eternal, and free from threat. As the thunderstorm rolled in tonight, I sat and reflected on this, and my peace remained unshaken. Dear angels, when the world feels loud and uncertain, how can I hold on to this unshakable peace? Dear ones, peace is not something you must chase. It is something you allow. The truth of who you are is not subject to the shifting winds of the world. When you notice beauty, a butterfly's dance, a purr of gratitude, the playful nudge of a horse, you are not merely seeing nature, you are witnessing God in expression. Let these moments remind you of the unchangeable truth. You are safe, you are loved, and you are never separate from the source of all that is real. Return to this awareness often, and peace will not just visit you, it will live within you. The angels whisper, rest in the truth of your being, and no storm can touch you. So, angels, today I promise to always hold on to the inner peace, even in the midst of the thunderstorms of life. And we do have many storms that come in, don't we? We have storms of all kinds. And we have those storms that rage to where we think the building's going to fall apart. But keep that peace flowing inside of you and watch the beauty of it just helping you understand you are safe, you are being held. So that's what the angels had to say. And Catherine had a restless night. Well, hopefully you can get some rest today, darling. And what else? Kathy Hand, my yay is seeing a little pinky peach colored begonia in my front walkway. I hadn't planted those since Marlena was a little girl. I take it as a sign from my parents who used to plant flowers in front of my childhood home. And I think maybe Archangel Jophiel helped point that out for you, Kathy. I think that, Jophiel is working with a lot of us right now as we're focused on her this month. Good morning, Michelle Landers. Thank you for being here, you world traveler. I'm so happy that you shared pictures with us from that beautiful place you were at just recently. And welcome home. We're glad that you're back. All right, let's see what Kuan Yin has to say. And Archangel Jophiel, if you haven't connected in with her yet, There's a lot of beauty going on in the world right now. So let's focus on that. And if you didn't watch the class yet, it is on YouTube. I posted a link to it so you can find it easier and do that meditation, because it has an activation in it to her energy, a little attunement that I'm sure you'll feel when you listen and follow along. All right, so what does Kuan Yin have to say to us? The creative power. The mind often wants to see and know exactly what is around the corner, but to manifest, we have to give up certainty and embrace the creative process. Choosing to live creatively will bring you more joy and success than any amount of certainty ever could. It does. When we know for certain that something's going to happen, or we're going to receive something, or whatever, we already have the knowing that it's coming. It's not as, what's the word? The element of surprise that we get when something shows up unexpectedly. There's nothing like that. There's just a beautiful moment of awe and gratitude when we receive something, quote, out of the blue, and we didn't know that it was coming to us. And those are the times that I see as miracle times, miracle moments in our life. So have you had miracle moments? Have you been surprised by something that you either had given up on, maybe you didn't think you would ever get it, and then there it is? Well, that was what happened with me with Hawaii. It's not that I had given up, but when I was there a couple of decades ago, and when I left there, I left with this sense of, will I ever see this again? Will I ever see this beauty and this uniqueness that is Hawaii? It's very unique. So when I left there, I really didn't think I would ever be back. And then when the opportunity presented itself, it was very unexpected. It was very out of the blue. But Spirit goes, yes, you can. And we've been saying that together. So whatever it is that you might think, okay, that dream that I have, I don't know if it's going to come to fruition. Just go back into, yes, I can. Miracles happen to me every day. And opportunities are showing up everywhere. I keep saying that one, and opportunities keep showing up. So I invite you to say that mantra every day and that affirmation right along with me. Whatever it is that you want to bring to you, miracles happen every day, and opportunities are showing up everywhere. And then allow the miracles to come in. Deirdre, you had a miracle moment. Your food stamps showed up 2 days early, and that never happens. You were out of food because my fridge went bad. Thank you, universe. Oh, sweet one. Yeah, God always provides. And we're reminded about the birds in the fields. They don't fret. They don't worry. They don't think, oh, what am I going to do? There's no food. They just know that something is going to show up for them. Something's going to be there. They have that trust, just like we can have that trust and that faith that we're being taken care of. Annie, this home I'm in, very blessed. I'm renting, but it's an amazing blessing. And it showed up for you. I remembered that miracle moment, Annie, when you were able to get into that house, which was a lot more stable than the one you were in, when those storms rage and the hurricanes come through that area. So I'm so happy that you had that miracle moment. Anybody else have a miracle moment you'd like to share? It's a Friday, so that can be your yay, are the miracle moments of life. Yes, we all are getting miracles. And, when we go into the attitude that miracles are happening, we don't have to wish for them. We don't have to just sit and think, will it ever show up and go into any energy of doubt? We just know they're going to. We have that faith and that trust. I know some people don't like that word. I love that word now. I really relish that word. And I go into it every day because that's what this journey is all about. Trusting that I'm going to be moved from place to place with ease and grace. Right, Blue Jean? And Sally, I almost gave up on walking again in my body until I discovered somatic healing. And that's what's bringing me the healing with massage therapy. My walking is returning slowly but surely. It is, Sally. I was so happy to see you moving around when I got there and was able to give you a big embrace. And I know it's getting better and better every day. And we lift you up every day. Every day we want you stronger and stronger and being beautiful Sally girl that you are. And Kathy says, it's difficult for me to plant flowers like I used to, so now I buy potted flowers. Nothing wrong with that. They've got an energy to them, and they're grateful when you put them into the soil. So, yeah, keep doing that, Kathy Hand. And Sally says, I've even signed up for a class in becoming a somatic healer. Good for you. I think that's amazing. The more we can add into our coffers of knowledge, the better off we are. When I do energy healing, I don't just do one thing. I don't just send Reiki out to people. I use a combination of modalities, and it seems to be very powerful when I do that because I get feedback from the people that I send it to or give it to if they're right there with me. You are signing up. Awesome. And Kathleen, happy Friday. Mine is my goddaughter Janine and I are having a pajama party before we go to a baby shower tomorrow. She hasn't stayed here since she was 13 and she's now 38 with a beautiful family in Pennsylvania. We're both excited for tonight. I can feel that excitement and thank you for sharing it with us. That's a big yay, Kathleen. I'm very happy for both of you because it's a blessing to be in your energy. Linda Lemieux, good morning. Good morning. How is Florida? It's really damp here in Virginia at the moment. We had this thunderstorm that rolled in last night unexpectedly because the weather wasn't calling for a thunderstorm. It wasn't even calling for rain. So Lori and I let the horses out, and of course, little Chuckles had to show himself, and he's so stubborn. I think he must be related to me because he's got a real stubborn streak in him and a willfulness, and he knows what he wants, and he's going to go for it. And but it was funny to watch as Chuck finally walked out into the field, and then the thunderstorm came about, I don't even think it was an hour later that it started thundering and lightning and really pouring down rain. So I contacted Lori, who's the owner of Comanche, and I said, what do we do? Do we just leave them out there and see if this passes soon, or what are we going to do? So she texted me back that she was going to come and put them in from the field. That, it was a very intense rain, so we didn't want to leave them out in that all night. Okay, so what am I missing here? Catherine, it's Saturday night, so it's tomorrow night. We'll be doing astral travel. I'm so excited. We tried it last week, and my Zoom wouldn't connect. It just wouldn't do anything. But I have figured out there's a sweet spot here in this farmhouse. If I come in here, this is my bedroom. If I come in here to do the live streams or even connecting with Zoom, connecting to anything on the internet, really, it works perfectly fine. But if I'm Out in any other part of the house, not so much. Ruth and I couldn't even do the meditation on Wednesday. I had to come in here and we recorded it afterward. But yeah, so I'll be in here. We'll be doing astral travel from my bedroom and from your bedroom or your living room or wherever you choose to be. And I can't wait to have you there, Catherine. I'm excited for you that you're going to be there with us. And Sally says, I don't either. I'm a crystal Reiki master and teacher as well, and I really use a ton of crystals on people, and I love it. Me too, Sally, and I'm so grateful for the crystals that you sent me with. You sent with me. That was backwards. The ones that you presented that let me take with me, that I'm sharing along the way with any P's I come into contact with. And even when I was at the McKees, on that beautiful place with the butterflies, you all remember the butterfly place, and I shared with each of them a crystal that had a special energy to it. And those kids were so happy to receive. They all liked what they got with their crystals. All right, so Angel's in my pocket. I know Blue Jean had shown up, so I think Pocket may be here listening in, our little mascot. And we are on, which are we on? Page 85. You can blame and make excuses about how you are treated by others, how you are a victim, but, dear ones, you are the only one who has control of you. Let's let that sink in for a minute. None of us are victims. We're only a victim if we choose to be a victim. If we see that someone else has made us do something, made us feel a certain way, then we're not really looking at the fact that we have power. We have choices. So you're not a victim. And Michelle, I see your question. I'll send you the link, the Zoom link. It's not live streamed. It's only on Zoom that we do the astral travel. Honor what your soul tells you is important. How well have you loved? How have you honored others as well as yourself? Have you lived a life of integrity and value? Never compromise your soul's mission. When you talk about ushering in peace on earth and creating movements toward this end, you set about transcending barriers and creating a shift toward greater unity, compassion, and love. This, dear ones, is the oneness of all that is. You are the tree, the blade of grass, and yes, even the vast ocean. As you peel back the layers of the physical, you will recognize this and have the knowingness that your spiritual core is entwined with the universe itself. If you are looking for a reason to love someone or something, there is only one answer. Love is the divine quality that originates from the source of all creation and is the ultimate purpose of all creation. I love that one. We don't have to have a reason to love, and we are love. That's what we're created out of. That's how God made us, with pure unconditional love. And when we enter into a human body, that's all we know. When we come to earth, when we're born, we know that love. We've been there, immersed in God's energy, in our spirit form. So we understand what love, we understand what that is. And then we come to this 3D experience and we begin to understand, oh, That's really not love. There are so many things in this experience that are the opposite of love. And as we work our way through each stage of our life, we're always walking our way back to our home place in our heart where there is true unconditional love. So just like Ram Dass says, we're all walking each other home. We're all helping each other see that love inside of us. And one way to do that is with a smile, sending a little love out to our Marietta, who taught us that spirit magnifies incredible loving energy. And that is how we lift each other and walk each other home. When we can say to another person, I love you, no matter what, no matter what the physical eyes are showing me, or my ears are hearing you say, or I'm watching your actions, I know that deep inside, at the very core of you, is love, pure, solid. That's all that's real. Everything else is just us, one aspect of us having these experiences and dancing along on this earth plane, growing our spirit self as we have those experiences, as we encounter the sandpaper people, as we come to more of a realization of what life is all about, what God is all about, and what our fellow beings are all about, and that connection that we have with each other. We are all part of the oneness, that great oneness of all that is. None of us are separate from that. Sometimes we might think that. Sometimes we think, oh, that person is so terrible, and we go into a judgment, right? We judge people based on how they look, how they sound, the things that they're saying, the things that they are doing. But that's not the reality. That's them playing their part in the movie and taking on a character that they came here to take on, that they are learning a lesson out of that. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Kathy, some of your home improvements manifesting are happening this coming week. Jophiel, I keep going back to Jophiel because she helps us declutter. She helps us understand beauty a whole lot more, inside and outside beauty. And let's see. Oh, Deirdre, thank you for sharing our daily prayer. And Brandy, you never get it right. There's no right or wrong. There really isn't. Whatever is said, that's right. Spirit magnifies incredible loving energy is what Marietta taught us. You can say it any way you want to say it. Just the energy of it is there with your thought, that you are sending out love with your smile. And I say this a lot, but sometimes it's the only smile that someone might see that day. It truly is. There's a lot of hatefulness in the world. There's a lot of people not showing love and kindness. So your smile is kindness. Look at it that way. You're doing an act of kindness when you smile at someone. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their burdens are, what their experiences are. And so your smile might make a huge difference in their life. Okay, so let's go into our prayers. Remember those that we are lifting up today, our Auntie Jean especially. And I'm thinking of Darlene Trainer and lifting her high. I know that her dad just passed and she's in that grief stage right now of missing the physical. And so let's lift her up that she can feel her dad's energy and wrap her arms around her sweet mother, and together they can find that way to communicate with him again. Okay, Miss Deirdre, thank you for our, whoops, I did the wrong one, I think. Where did it go? There it is. Sorry. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, prayers for our troops, for our United States, and for anyone traveling in the 3D. Anyone out there on that road with other people moving around. And Brandy, thank you for prayers for all touched by suicide and or dementia of any type or form in their lives. And Sally, thank you. Prayers for the lost, the lonely, the forgotten, the unloved, or think they are unloved. For troops in the world around us, for those who live in fear of another, our entire P family, may we all stand in the brilliance of our own divine light. Absolutely. And prayers for those that are deployed in the military and away from family and friends and maybe even facing danger where they are. All right. Any other prayers? Please keep my niece Paula in your prayers. I'm lifting her up every day and every moment. She's got a tough road ahead of her. And right now the prayer is for a quick recovery from that surgery she just had. And then she's got some treatment to go through after that. So please keep lifting her up. Lift up my sweet sister Billy, who is Paula's mom. And one more trial that Billy's going through in this lifetime. So please help her to find some peace as you lift her up in prayer. Good morning, Wendy, from Southern Oregon. Thank you for being with us. You're here just in time for our prayers that we lift up every day for our family, for our world, for anything going on in the world. And Kathleen says, thank you for your prayers. Reverend Maria peacefully passed last night while her sister and another friend sang to her. How sweet is that? Thank you for letting us know, Kathleen. And let's pray for her family that's left behind and her friends, that they can find that peace that passes all understanding, even when a loved one is no longer there with them physically. All right, so let's go into our hearts. And God, we do lift up these prayers. We lift up each other. We lift up our world, desiring to have peace in every corner of the world, that nations will come together, realizing the destructiveness of war and conflict, and wanting peace for those that are under their care, under their command. We pray for those who are struggling physically. May each person that's hearing these words, that's hurting in some way in their physical body, receive a touch from the Master Healer. Let's just take a breath in together and feel that touch coming from Jesus. That the Creator of all that is overseeing that healing, sending Raphael, the healing angel, to help you with your physical needs. And if you are hurting emotionally, feel that power of love that heals everything. Open your heart to receive. Open your mind, allowing for possibility of healing, possibility that you will receive exactly what you need to have that divine healing take place. And we wrap our arms around you as you receive it. If you have a spiritual need, maybe you're on a quest to find a closer walk with Spirit, or you have a million questions and you're desiring some answers, we ask that the Creator send angels to open up your third eye and let you hear their message, hear what they have to teach and to share with us. And God, as each of us lift up the other in prayer, let us receive back a blessing from doing so, a knowingness that we are all a part of the oneness of all that is. And when one of us is hurting, the others feel that hurt and want the very best for each person, for each animal, for each piece of land, each waterway. We send out blessings of love, blessings of gratitude, and we ask that the light enter more fully into our world. Thank you, God, for miracles that take place. Thank you for healing that takes place. We love you. We honor you as the being and the giver of all things, great and small in our world. Thank you, God, for answered prayer. And we know, we trust, we believe that each prayer is seen and heard and answered for the best and highest good of all. And so it is. Amen and Shanti. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here today. Thank you for participating in the prayers, lifting others up, and receiving what you need. If you needed physical, spiritual, mental, or emotional healing, it's my prayer that you received as we requested that from God, and it is our birthright to be healthy, to be happy, to enjoy this thing called life. All right, so thank you, Brandy, for starting us off, and I'm going to get our sweet Leo singing to us. Leo has some new music out, so you might want to go find him and share that music out with others. Oh, Kathleen, we wrapped them in love. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. I love you. Send that out far and wide. Michelle, so glad you were here today. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe called the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas in the pod. We are the peas in the pod. Full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe called the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas in the pod. I got my cuppa and it is so full of joy. Oh, Leo, we love you so much. Jim, are you back on the road or are you being in one place at the moment? Love always is the winning team, and you can slide with us. There is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe. Thank you, Susan Flo. Hope you have a wonderful day. And anyone that's interested in the astral travel tomorrow, it's at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Just let me know. I'll be sharing out the Zoom link for you to jump on and be with us. It's a beautiful time together. We do a little trance meditation and we all go off and wander into the astral realm. Tomorrow, let's try to meet up together. Let's go out into the astral and find each other. I would love to have that experience. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, y'all. Thank you, Marietta. You're with us every day, whether you're here or not. Leo, Leo. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas in the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Woo, 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 or as Andrea always says, woo, with love and joy and peace. So thank you, thank you for being here. And I will be back tomorrow morning with the Morning Cuppa. So if you want to come in for that, and then put on your calendar if you're interested, tomorrow 4 p.m., we're going to astral travel together. And I'd love to have you there for that wonderful experience. So have a blessed day. Stay in your heart. That's where the blessings are. That's where the love is. Stay in your heart and stay blessed. And I will see you later. And I'm doing a countdown. It started yesterday. So today is 9 more days until I will be in Hawaii. And I'll be taking all of you with me. Yep, you're going to be flying with me on that airplane. And we're going to go enjoy ourselves there. So help me do the countdown. Today's day 9. And counting down till I get on that plane. I love you all so much. Take care, everyone.